Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Now we can rest a while, light a candle and enjoy this time with friends and family. Turn your phones to silent. Adonai is calling you to welcome in the Shabbos bride. That's all you gotta do. Say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Now we can dance and smile, light a candle and forget about that week that we just had. Say Kiddush and Chamotzi, and then we'll dine with you. Let's enjoy this time together. That's all you gotta do. Say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Lie, 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 lie. La, lie, la, lie.
Lie, la, lie.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, la, lie, la, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, la, lie, 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 lie. La, 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 lie, lie. Say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Now we can rest a while, light a candle and enjoy this time with friends and family. Turn your phones to silent. Adonai is calling you to welcome in the Shabbos bride. That's all you gotta do. Say Shabbat Shalom. Now we can dance and smile, light the candles and forget about that week that we just had. Say Kiddush and Chamotzi, and then we'll dine with you. Let's enjoy this time together. That's all you gotta do. Bim bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Shabbat Shalom. 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 Bam, 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 bam.
So, all across the world, and certainly all across the United States and in Los Angeles, this is the Shabbat of Solidarity. Now, every Shabbat should be one of solidarity. This week was called for because of the tragedy, the senseless tragedy in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I add in Louisville, Kentucky. Vicki Lee Jones and Maurice Stallard were killed in a Target store and outside of a Target store in Louisville, Kentucky because they were black. The man couldn't get into the black church, so he went looking for black people. Daniel Stein, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, Bernice Simon, Sylvan Simon, Melvin Wax, Irving Younger were killed because they went to Shabbat services, because somebody wanted to kill Jews. I'm angry about it. I'm angry and I'm frustrated. And I'm in deep sadness. So whenever I get like this, I have to turn to text in order to find some response, not an answer, because there is no answer to senseless hatred. Sinat Chinam destroyed the second temple in Jerusalem. Senseless hatred. So, of course, I looked to Rabbi Heschel. He says that embarrassment is a response to the discovery that in living we either replenish or frustrate a wondrous experience. It involves an awareness of the grandeur of existence that may be wasted, of a waiting ignored, of moments missed. It is a protection against the outburst of the inner evils, against arrogance, hubris, self-deification. The end of embarrassment would be the end of humanity. He goes on to say, I shudder at the thought of a society ruled by people who are absolutely certain of their wisdom, by people to whom everything in the world is crystal clear, whose minds know no mystery, no uncertainty. I'm afraid of people who are never embarrassed at their own pettiness, prejudices, envy, and conceit, never embarrassed at the profanation of life. And that's what we're involved in. We have people who are not embarrassed. This is not a political statement. This is not a right or a left or a Democrat or Republican. This is a human issue. And if our government can't find within them this sense of embarrassment, then we need to change the government. If we as human beings can't find this sense of embarrassment, then we need to go back to our roots. Our roots are the roots of a people who came out of Egypt, who were slaves in Egypt, and who had an experience at Mount Sinai. An experience with God, and they realized that they were greater than slaves and less than kings. We have this opportunity. We have this ability. So, on Tuesday we're going to vote, and everyone has to vote. I will not tell you who to vote for because that's not my business. I will tell you what to vote for because that is. You have to vote for principle. You have to vote for people who have humility, who have embarrassment, who are able to rise above their pettiness and their prejudices and their pride and their envy and their arrogance and their hubris. If we don't vote those types of people in, then we are doomed to the same thing happening because we have too much hatred and arrogance going on in the political arena right now. We can no longer stand for and accept people with negative advertising. And I don't care Republican or Democrat. I've seen them both. We have to demand that people talk about what they stand for and what they're going to do to make this country better by helping every single citizen, every stranger. Judaism is a religion that 36 times in the first 5 books of the Bible says, take care of the stranger because you were a stranger in Egypt, and we need to do that. And that's the government of the people, by the people, and for the people that Abraham Lincoln stood for and spoke about, and that we fought a civil war for. Rabbi Heschel in another piece says the challenge we face is a test of our integrity. We are all on trial. We are all under judgment. The issue is not political or social expediency. The issue is whether we are morally strong, whether we are spiritually worthy to answer God's demand. Shall we continue to be deaf? Shall we continue to be sensitive only when our own needs and interests are involved? What's God's demand? When the angels were cheering that the Egyptians died in the Red Sea, God said, what are you cheering about? My children are dying. There is no one, no human being who's not a child of God and has to be respected as such. And chants of kill him and globalists and all of the code words that are being used today are not acceptable to us anymore. After Pittsburgh, after Louisville, if we're not willing to stand up and say no to hatred, no to pettiness, no to arrogance, no to pride, and no to hubris, when will we? That's what we need to do. That's what recovery is about. That's what Jews are about. And tonight, we have to take the pledge to do that. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with a niggin, the wordless melody. Blow out the hatred. Blow out the arrogance. Blow out the schmutz. Breathe in God. Breathe in connection. On page 7 or on the screen, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Alechem Malachei Hasharet Malachei Elyon Melech mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Bochem LeShalom Malachei Hashalom Malachei Elyon Melech mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lai 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 La 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 Barchuni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon Melech mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu Seichem l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon Melech mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu Lai 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 la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la la lai 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 la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai la 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 lai la lai 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 lai
Okay, on page 19, or on the screen, we have Yedid Nefesh.
Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Mishor Avdecha Eretz Onecha Mishor Avdecha Lai 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 Eretz Onecha Yarotz Avdecha Tachavei lai 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 el mul hadarecha Yarotz avdecha kemo ayam Yishtachavei lai 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 el mul hadarecha Avarachaman Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Mishor Avdecha Eretz Onecha Mishor Avdecha Lai 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 Eretz
Okay, we need Oscar and Kevin and Josh C., Aaron M., and Sophia S. to go over and help Nicole, please. So this is when we do tzedakah. Tzedakah, of course, is righteousness. And what we're doing tonight, we're asking everybody to give a little bit more, because half of whatever we collect, we're sending to Tree of Life Synagogue. We want to be part of their recovery too. That recovery is more than just from drugs and alcohol. And we want them to know that they have a community that extends far beyond Pittsburgh. The second thing we do, of course, is tshuva. I need Stacy C. to come up. Tshuva helps us remember to be embarrassed. Tshuva is the check on pride and arrogance and hubris. Tshuva is the check on low self-esteem and hopelessness. Tshuva is really the most empowering part of our tradition, because it says I can change. And it helps me change. And it sees the beauty, it sees the awe, and it sees the wonder of who we are. And yes, it's the most unnoticed of all miracles. So we do tshuva out loud. Gratitude. One of the things about tshuva, too, is tshuva is surrender. Because if I'm grateful, I'm surrendering. I'm surrendering to the idea that I can't do it all myself. Tshuva, in seeing what I do well and what I don't do well, is a surrender from my eye disease of prejudice. So, Stacy's got the microphone. Anybody that wants to, somebody in the back.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you. I'm very grateful to be here this evening.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Joyce Lichman. I'm Ben Lichman's mother. Hi. I'm very grateful to be here this evening and to be celebrating Ben's second sober birthday. None of this would have been possible if it wasn't for Rabbi Mark and Harriet and Beit Shuvah for giving him an opportunity to come here and experience everything that you have to offer, and for you being able to show him that his life had meaning and purpose and it was worth living, and then giving him the tools to come home to us and rebuild his life. Ben, I really thought I knew what I was going to say to you today until you walked in here and I saw the greeting that you got from everybody. It just made me so happy and realized that this is really your East Coast family and West Coast family and how much they all love you. It's been such a pleasure to see you evolve these last 2 years and really come into your own. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep being that wonderful, special human being that you are. I love you so much, and I'm proud that you're my son.
I'm Jacob. I'm an extremely grateful member of this community. I just want to, I've been part of Beit Shuvah's life for a little over a year now, and I did have a leave of absence for a little bit, but I'm just grateful because everyone here has always been extremely supportive through my mistakes, and the community here is my family now, and I just want to say thank you to all of you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jack. I'm a grateful resident and a grateful member of this community. It won't be as long as last week. I promise you that. Anyway, thank you for everyone that came up to me and greeted me and my family that came for the first time to celebrate my 1 year. it was good to give a good run to the Kaminer family because the population showed up for me, so I was really grateful for that. I wanted to share something really deep and very heartfelt right now, is that after 9.5 months of being in this beautiful place called home, in the next few days, I will be preparing my exit strategy and leaving. So, thank God for this place. Thank God that I had community whenever I needed, which is always. I'm going to be very close, about 2 miles or so. Not the 3,000 miles that I wish, not yet. But the next time I come here, I won't be a resident, but I will be an alumnus. And I'm very proud of that. And I wanted to tell Rabbi Mark and Harriet, thank you for this beautiful home. Thank you for the love that you share. And thanks to all the staff members and all my friends that I consider brothers and sisters, that I will always be here for you guys, and I will come back.
Hi, I'm Dana Gash, a very grateful member of this community. It's such a hard time right now. You know, a lot of you know I lost one of my closest friends from here, and it's so hard, and the country is so turned upside down and inside out, and everybody against each other, so much divisiveness. Beit Shuvah itself, I know, has just taken a hit again with another loss. There's been a lot of drama going on around here, such hard times, and really this is like, to Benny, like, it's incredible. I know Ben you had problems getting clean, and I know this, you know, it's one day at a time, but 2 years. I never understood so much what the birthdays mean. It just, like, seeing you lights me up. It's incredible. It's a miracle, and it's so joyful. And I came in here dragging, wearing black and vigil and dark, and it's like you can't help it. You just get lifted up by everyone's spirit here. It's so important, and it's so beautiful. And congratulations, Benny. I'm so happy for you, and it's so good to see you out here.
Hi, I'm Andrea, a grateful member of this community. And yes, it's been a really horrible week all around, personally, internationally, nationally, but there is hope. And I just want, many of you know, we moved to Pasadena 3 years ago, and people say, what, Pasadena? It's conservative. It is an amazing community. I have to tell you, it's very liberal. And I'm on a mailing list, and the day after it happened in Tree of Life, I got an email. There's going to be a solidarity event at the Pasadena Jewish Temple, and we never had been. Of course, we've been here, but we went, and it was amazing how fast the next day they had a slew of people. Every religion was represented: Islam, Lutheran, Catholic, Presbyterian, Jewish, the youth, the politicians. Our mayor is Jewish, and we came out hopeful, and that people all around the country were getting together like this today and coming together. And just, I know we come down, but we have to go back up too. And like the rabbi said, maybe we can vote this out, I hope. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nate. I'm a grateful member of this community. So I grew up from Pittsburgh. What happened last Saturday really affected me. I had come into contact personally with some of those people. Tree of Life was the first congregation that my family attended when they came to Pittsburgh. My mother, I was talking to right after, she said that she knew exactly which cabinet that some of the people had hidden in, and she could picture it in her mind. I can picture the building in my mind. But I want to share gratitude with all of you. Pittsburgh is my home, but this is now my true home. I appreciate all the well wishes and reaching out to see if my family was okay. And it's a very difficult time. That neighborhood is a really amazing neighborhood. About half of the Jewish population of Pittsburgh lives in that neighborhood. It is a real community. People are always out on the street. People always say hi. And to think that something of this magnitude of hatred could happen in a place that is very welcoming is disturbing to me. So I would like us all to make a concerted effort to combat that, because this is a time where all these kinds of people are feeling empowered in some way. And that will not go away unless we take some action. So I am very grateful for all of you, and good Shabbos. Thank you.
Good Shabbos, everybody. My name is Alan. I'm a recovered parent. I've been around here a long time, and there's a secret that very few are taking advantage of. It's called Saturday morning services. 11 o'clock on Saturday. This place rocks. It's a wonderful service. From 11 to 12:30, we have a wonderful, wonderful service. And I'm inviting all of you to show up. Unfortunately, most of you won't, and that's your loss. But when you do, you'll really enjoy it. It's a wonderful service. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jeremy, and I'm an extremely grateful member of this community. First off, happy birthday, Ben. And I just wanted to follow up with what Cancer Nate was saying. I got to express gratitude for people in this room. We come together every weekend, and this is a room of people that are willing to understand before the need to be understood. And I think this is how healing starts with a human being, right? It is very hard to hate something you understand. So again, like with Nate, I asked for a pledge for each and every one of us in this room to take a risk and understand something you don't know yet. I think this is the power of healing in this room. And again, I express my gratitude to each and every one of you that is willing to sit here, come together after a tragedy in our nation, and come in solidarity. This is what my community is. You guys are my extended family, and I stand with you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chaya, and I'm a grateful member of this community and a resident here. I just wanted to say that I really never thought I'd experience true joy or peace or anything like that. And Harriet, I must say, I don't know, you're taking away a theory that I lived with for all my life, and I get to experience some moments of true joy and happiness, and I'm just grateful to call this home. And thank you, Harriet and Rabbi.
We love you, Haya.
I'm Janice, and I'm a grateful member of this community. First of all, I want to thank and express gratitude to Rabbi for your words tonight. I found them compelling and inspirational and passionate, and I'm really grateful that we have a rabbi that's willing to speak his mind in the context of ethical values, and it's been so important this year to hear from you on those subjects. So that's number one. Not all the rabbis in this city and beyond are willing to do that. So I think, those of us at this congregation, it's very familiar to us, but you should realize that that's really something special. So thanks. Second of all, there are a lot of board members here tonight, and it's an opportunity. The board operates behind the scenes. Most of you don't realize that there is a board or what we do. But I want to express gratitude to the board members who are here tonight. But first, before I'm going to ask them to stand up, I want to express gratitude to Jackie for the amazing work you do with Bake Teshuvah. Thank you. You've done an amazing job and created a fantastic product. But I want all the board members to stand up who are here. I know Dave Friedman, who volunteers enormous amounts of time as psychiatrist here. Thank you, David. Keith Elkins, who also is on the executive committee. Keith, stand up. Paul Bergman, who's on the who's on the board. And I know Heidi Benditson, who does amazing work. David Elston. And I think I got everybody except the PS. Oh, wait. Ronnie Stabler. Sam DeLug. Amazing. And is there anybody else I forgot? Oh, I forgot. Oh, my God. Adam. Adam, who else? Well, of course. Of course I'm going to do Annette. Adam Nimoy is also a very, these are all amazing people who give huge amounts of time to the board and to make sure that this organization succeeds. So thank you all very much. But last but not least, Annette Shapiro, who's been the rock of Beit Tshuva for a long time. We love you. Anyway, I just wanted to take this opportunity with so many of our board members present so that you'll know that these people are really laboring, not just by being here tonight, because that's not a labor, that's a labor of love, but the work that they do really contributes enormously to the viability and the long-term sustainability of this amazing organization. So thank you all. And I'm on the board too.
Good evening. I'm David Freed, a grateful member of the Beit Teshuva community. I want to say thanks and give gratitude tonight to a couple of people in specific in the Beit Teshuva community in general. My son lived here for a few years and is now at college. And for those of you who know him, Josh Freed, the big redhead, I want to say Josh is coming along. He's doing better. He's coming along. And he still loves to come here first when he gets off a plane in LAX to come visit us. He stops here before he comes home. So thank you for that. Rabbi, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have been, I guess I'm not a resident, I'm an outpatient, I guess, right? I come see Rabbi for spiritual guidance and psychologist kind of work, and you have added a great deal to my life, I have to say. I also want to thank, at the same time, the others who have helped Josh and myself and my family, Harriet, Darren, Rod, Moses, Doug Rosen, and Avia, and I'm sure I'm leaving some people out, but Beit Teshuva has made a tremendous difference in my life and in the life of our family, and I want to express my deepest gratitude and say thank you.
And I'm grateful. We made an announcement this week that I'm very excited about in our transition and succession planning. And I'm very grateful for all of the responses. I got many responses, and they were all nice. So I'm waiting for the rest. I just want to say that these were all nice, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm grateful also to the board. When I look at it, 30 years ago yesterday, I got out of prison. And I remember being on this bus and like seeing all these new things and getting to LA and being amazed. I was in radical amazement. And it's not that anything was that new. It was that my vision was new. And then I came and saw this woman who was defensive and snotty and uppity. Just because she challenged me. And I showed up. And you showed up. And for 30 years, we've shared love. Love of Beit Tshuva, love of recovery, love of ideas, love of people. And really all the gratitude is to you, honey. You saw a fat boy. And you saw a soul. And we just keep doing it. And the love is stronger now than it ever was. And I just can't imagine life without you. And I can't imagine where I'd be without you. Or where you'd be without me. But really, while I do a lot of gratitude for a lot of people, tonight it's all about you. Because 30 years ago, you said, let's go. And we held hands. We're still holding hands. And we're still going. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with an original that was written by Jack Bender, Glenn Goss, and Cantor Shira Fox, or Zarua.
And I'm grateful for this community to have a place to share this song.
צדיקים באדוני ויודו לזכר קודשו. אור זרוע לצדיק וישרה לב שמחה. שמחו צדיקים באדוני ויודו לזכר קודשו. Light a song for the righteous, joy for the upright. Come into the mystery, let Shabbos make it right. Light a song for the righteous, joy for the upright. Come into the mystery, let Shabbos make it right. שמחה, שמחו צדיקים באדוני ויודו לזכר קודשו. אור זרוע לצדיק וישרה לב שמחה. שמחו צדיקים באדוני ויודו לזכר קודשו.
Great song. Thank you so much. Well, can I have birthday come up and our new members come up?
לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל ועלי היגיון וכינור. מזמור שירי יום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון.
We got a great band tonight. We got Ted, we got David, Luca, Tony on the keyboard, Nate. Give it up for Nate. And we got Aaron running the slides. Max doing the live stream. And Leslie doing our sound. Now, why do I mention them all now? Because we're supposed to walk, go, greet our beloved. L'chodo di likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat, the face of Shabbos, the Kabbalah we receive. So what's the face of Shabbos? The face of Shabbos is the person next to you, the person in front of you, the person behind you. So we ask you all to rise and dance the bride of Shabbos in with Licha Doidi. Adonai echad u'shemo echad shemo tiferet v'nitzilah lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat lekabela likrat Shabbat lecho v'nelcha ki mekor habrecha merosh meked
kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela.
Turn towards the doorway and welcome the bride of Shabbos.
Boi v'shalom hateret bala gam besimcha v'tola toh kemonei am zegola boi chala lecha dori nikra kala b'nei Shabbat mekabel am lecha dori nikra kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela lecha dori nikra kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela.
Ben, where's Ben? Ben, we need you and your mom and dad to come up and light the Shabbos candles, please. Over there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lecha nikneh lecha nikneh shel Shabbat.
So, one of the things that I've been asked for many years during the service is some quiet time. So I thought we'd take a couple of minutes, but I want to give you maybe a thought. In Exodus, Moses says, "Tell me your name." God says, "Ehyeh asher ehyeh." I will be what I will be. And a lot of people add, "I am what I am. I am that I am." So I'd like us just to meditate, think about, who am I and who am I willing to be for a couple of minutes. Toby and Nate will now do a chant that's been sung often in our tradition, and one that's certainly been sung a lot this week. And harmony.
All right, so we're going to teach this song to you, and you're going to help us out with it. So we're going to teach it both together, both parts, and then this half of the congregation will continue singing with me, and then the other half will come in with these two fine gentlemen here. All right? Ahazi vezimradia vayahili Yeshua Ozi vezimradia vayahili Yeshua This half, start with me. Ozi vezimradia vayahili Yeshua Ozi vezimradia
My strength comes from God, and that's my salvation. That's what we have to remember. It doesn't come from a political party. It doesn't come from a Congress. It doesn't come any place except from God. And when we dedicate ourselves to that, our strength is then used in the service of God. That's the prayer.
On August 17th in 1790, George Washington and his entourage that included Secretary of State Thomas Jefferson, Governor George Clinton of New York, U.S. Supreme Court Justice John Blair of Virginia, U.S. Congressman William Lawton Smith of South Carolina, they arrived in Newport, Rhode Island with an agenda. That time there were 12 amendments to the Constitution that had been proposed to the Congress. The Third Amendment at that time addressed the issue of freedom of religion and of the press. State legislatures were required to consider the amendments one by one and ratify them individually. And over a period of months, the state legislatures sent the amendments back to Congress, ratifying some and disapproving others. Virginia, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Georgia were still debating the amendments in August of 1790 when the president visited Newport. When Washington and his group arrived in Newport, they were greeted by the leading citizens and representatives from many of the religious denominations present in the city, including the Jews. Politicians, businessmen, and clergy read letters of welcome to the president. And among them was Moses Sexas, one of the officials of Yeshuat Yisrael. Yeshuat Yisrael later has become Turo Synagogue. It was the first congregation in Newport at that time. And the address, as read by Sexas, was elegant expression of the Jewish community's delight in Washington as a leader and in a democratic government. And he wrote and read, "Deprived as we heretofore have been of the invaluable rights of free citizens, we now, with a deep sense of gratitude to the Almighty Disposer of all events, behold a government erected by the majesty of the people, a government which to bigotry gives no sanction, to persecution no assistance, but generously affording to all liberty of conscience and immunities of citizenship, deeming everyone of whatever nation, tongue, or language equal parts of the great governmental machine." On August 21st, 1790, a letter was sent by President George Washington to the Hebrew congregation of Newport, Rhode Island, and it read as follows: "Gentlemen, while I received with much satisfaction your address, replete with expressions of esteem, I rejoice in the opportunity of assuring you that I shall always retain grateful remembrance of the cordial welcome I experienced on my visit to Newport from all classes of citizens. The reflection on the days of difficulty and danger which are past is rendered the more sweet from a consciousness that they are succeeded by days of uncommon prosperity and security. If we have wisdom to make the best use of the advantages with which we are now favored, we cannot fail, under the just administration of a good government, to become a great and happy people. The citizens of the United States of America have a right to applaud themselves for having given to mankind examples of an enlarged and liberal policy, a policy worthy of imitation. All possess alike liberty of conscience and immunities of citizenship. It is now no more that toleration is spoken of as if it were the indulgence of one class of people that another enjoyed the exercise of their inherent natural rights, for happily the government of the United States, which gives no to bigotry, no sanction, to persecution, no assistance, requires only that they who live under its protection should demean themselves as good citizens in giving it on all occasions their effectual support. It would be inconsistent with the frankness of my character not to avow that I am pleased with your favorable opinion of my administration and fervent wishes of my felicity. May the children of the stock of Abraham who dwell in this land continue to merit and enjoy the goodwill of the other inhabitants, while everyone shall sit in safety under his own vine and fig tree, and there shall be none to make him afraid. May the Father of all mercy scatter light and not darkness upon our paths, and make us all in our several vocations useful here, and in his own due time and way, everlastingly happy. Signed, George Washington. as America. Front and center were Washington's commitment to religious liberty, the involvement of all people in the new democracy, and the campaign for the passage of the Bill of Rights. And now we jump to 2018, 3 days after Pittsburgh. Beth Jacob congregation in Irvine defaced with hateful anti-Semitic graffiti. Said, F the Jews. Last night, Union Temple of Brooklyn was scheduled to have a Get Out the Vote event featuring the comedian Ilana Glazer. They had to cancel it because they found on the walls inside of the synagogue, "We are here. Hitler. Jew better be ready. End it now." You ready for the last one? Die, Jew rats. Even closer to home, Washington Post reported, in an interview with Makon Rishon, a newspaper aimed at the modern Orthodox community, the country's Ashkenazi Chief Rabbi David Lau referred to the Tree of Life Synagogue as a place with profound Jewish flavor. Both Lau and the Sephardi Chief Rabbi Yitzhak Yosef, the Post explained, stopped short of recognizing that it took place in a synagogue. However, the Post maybe wasn't quite so fair. The reporter indirectly was making reference to the ongoing debate in Israel about which the non-Orthodox face in their desire to be fully and legally recognized in the Jewish state. So according to the full interview with Lau in Makon Rishon, he went to great pains to separate the Pittsburgh tragedy from that ongoing controversy. And in response to the interviewer's question about the fact that the site of the shooting was a conservative synagogue, Lau said, "What bearing does that have on this? That is irrelevant. We are talking about Jews who were killed for just being Jews. What is the question? There is nothing to discuss about their affiliation. They were killed because they were Jews." Zeh mishaneh be'eze beit knesset o nusachei mitpalalim, he said. Does it matter in which synagogue they pray or what siddur they use? And that's why I chose this verse for tonight. Because in this passage, we learn that 3 years after Sarah dies, Avraham marries a woman named Keturah. Who's Keturah? Rashi tells us that this woman is actually Hagar. Hagar, that's right, she was Sarah's female servant that Sarah had Avraham sleep with and become the mother of Ishmael. And as we learned in the past few weeks, was banished into the wilderness twice. The rabbis teach us that after Avraham drove Hagar away, she reverted back to the paganism of her Egyptian upbringing and also found an Egyptian wife for Ishmael. But surprisingly, the Midrash informs us that Isaac, Sarah's son, brings Hagar back to get married to Avraham. Hagar is called Keturah, the rabbis teach us, because her deeds were as pleasing as the ketoret, the incense offering that was offered in the temple. And it also represents transformation of the irredeemable elements of creation into a vessel of holiness. Some actually teach that Hagar's actual name was Keturah, and that Hagar was a name they called her because it was descriptive. Hagar, the stranger. Nachmanides teaches us that everything that happened to the patriarchs in the Torah is a signpost for their children. This is why the Torah elaborates on the events of their lives, for they all come to instruct the future. So what's the lesson? I'm going to call it reconciliation. We are called to bring back together the broken and disparate parts of not just ourselves, but of our families, our faith, and our greater community. We need to heal the rift that divides us with the stranger, but especially among ourselves as Jews. We do indeed need to stand together, to stand strong with each other in solidarity, Whether we agree with each other or not, we need to be together. We need to say, I can show up and pray without anybody saying, but you aren't praying the right way. And we need to build bridges. Not an easy task, because we feel like we're often looking at a Grand Canyon of separation between us. So pray with me, would you? May the children of the stock of Abraham who dwell in this land continue to merit and enjoy the goodwill of the other inhabitants, while every one shall sit in safety under his own vine and fig tree, and there shall be none to make him afraid. And may the Father of all mercy scatter light and not darkness upon our paths, and make us all in our several vocations useful here, and in his own due time and way everlastingly happy. Let us make this the first of a lot of Shabbats of solidarity and standing together. And let us stand and join together in the Baruch Hu. Shabbat Shalom.
Lai 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 lai. Barecho et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Okay, we continue with Osei Shalom. Aren't we doing the Shema?
Yeah. You want to do it before Osei Shalom? I was going to do it after.
No, we always do it before.
We'll do it right now.
Okay, please join with cantorial soloist Nathan Roth from Pittsburgh in the chanting of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Love is a word that needs to be responsive. Prove through your actions so that you are truly conscious. The hatred bred in this world to me is really nonsense. Killing for ideology, how is this an option? History repeats itself unless you got the knowledge. Families destroyed by a few that were rotten. People lost their life but they will never be forgotten. Time find solutions instead of all this talking. Prayers go out to Pittsburgh but also to humanity. It's hard to find peace with all this clear insanity. Listen to the words I speak, a voice for the voiceless. Time to be conscious when you're making choices. So listen up, cause I'm gonna tell you what my choice is. While the world's being poisoned, prayers for the bird, but also to the world. Every single man in the world, every boy and girl. Woo! Hey,
Yaseh shalom.
Hey.
Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom.
Hey.
Yaseh shalom.
Hey.
Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
I ask, actually tonight, everybody to rise. Turn to page 67. We say Kaddish for the Yortzites of Fanny Mickelman, Franklin Spellman, Celine Mintz, Anita Mustinsky, Josephine Schulman, Jules Kamen, Sally Smalley, Samuel Oliski, Brandon Garrett, Sarah Dunn, Betty Katz, Abe Glodney, Jerome Gottlieb, Eddie Feld, Sam Geller. The year of mourning for Meredith Baskin, Patricia Beckerman, Richard Block, Bobby Dorn, Sylvia Feldman, Jordan Feldstein, Barbara Hare, Gail Hare, Dwight Keys, Jody Labov, Rachel Machbitz, Melvin Mallett, Hyman Miller, Brett Nadler, Isaiah Negretti, Dee Dee Quinn, Gene Redstone, David Resnick, Gladys Shapiro, Erwin Shapiro, Emma Steinberg, Michael Sayelski, Phyllis Tell, Lester Trackman, Hannah Wilson, Jamie Zabludowski, Tyler Shamash, Daniel Stein, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, Bernice Simon, Sylvan Simon, Melvin Wax, Irving Younger, Vicki Lee Jones, Maurice Stallard. Together, Yitgadal v'Yikadash Shmei Rabbah, v'Almad Divrach Yurtei v'Yamlich Malchutei, Chayechon v'Yomechon, Chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, V'Agalav v'Zman Kariv v'Imru, Amen. Hey Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Alamei Maya, Yitbarach v'Yishtabach v'Yitpar v'Yitramam v'Yitnaseh, v'Yitadar v'Yitalev v'Yitalal, Shmei Dekudsha B'Richu, Leila Minkol Birchata v'Shirata, Tushbechata v'Nechemata, Tamiran b'Alma v'Imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'Chaim Aleinu v'Al Kol Yisrael, v'Imru, Amen. Osei Shalom b'Mromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu v'Al Kol Yisrael, v'Imru, Amen. May the one who ordains harmony, welcoming in the high heavens, send comfort and wholeness to all who mourn. Let us say, Amen. Please be seated. Ben, we need you up here. And I'm turning it over to Nathan.
All right. We're going to do this together, man. All right, we're going to start at the top of the page.
All right.
O Lord, my God, I cried unto you, and you did heal me. O Lord, you saved me from the peril and kept me alive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hagomel l'chayavim tovot shigamalani kol tov. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who bestows good beyond our deserving, and who has dealt graciously with me. For one male, the first one at the bottom of the page. Mi shigamocha kol tov, hu yigmocha kol tov sela. May the one that has caused you good always bestow goodness upon you. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Benny. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here comes your cake. Wow. And then family. Come on. We're celebrating his birthday. Family. Let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Benny. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
Okay. Hello. Hey. Okay. Good evening. Good Shabbos, everybody. My name is G Wizard. Jake, what up? My name is Benjamin Lichman. I'm a grateful member of this community. I'm very, very happy to be in this building tonight. It's interesting. We came out here and, we flew across the country with my girlfriend, Chloe, my mother, Joyce, my father, Marty. And the first night, they're like, oh, we're going to your cousin's house in Hollywood, and we're going to eat dinner. And I was like, I lived here for 8 years. This guy never wanted anything to do with me. Like, now I'm here for a week, and I got to go spend time with this guy. Like, I don't even, right? I was like, you go. I'm going to do something else. So, right? But anyway, we went, and we ended up sitting down. And so my father and him are actually the first cousins, and they got to talking about being in Europe during the war and the Germans bombing and their recollection of what happened and how they came here and the boats that they came on and how they landed in Brooklyn and how my father started a life here. And, he probably wasn't thinking that, 50 years later, something just as cynical could be on the horizon, And now we're all here. And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I couldn't be in a room that feels more suiting for this time than at Bet Shuva tonight in solidarity with what's happening. Just being amongst the best, most dysfunctional group of Jews that exists, right? Yeah. Hell yeah. And you're welcome. You're welcome. No, that's a term that's endearing for sure. I mean that. But and I was thinking to myself tonight. I was like, wow. It's like, I'm so caught up in what's happening. I'm so outraged. I'm so upset. I want to be screaming from the rooftops. I feel like I'm not doing enough. And I think back to what my father and his cousin were talking about last night and how I didn't want to be there. And I'm like, they went through all this crazy shit. Like, they were really trying to get rid of Jews. Like, they really, really were trying. And he came here through all this adversity. And then I end up here in the land of the free enslaving myself, right? And I was like, holy shit. I was like, that is like the paradox of the night. I was like, how could I possibly stand here and think of all that my family went through for me to have a life free, to be a Jew, and I could stand here with a mezuzah on, a Jewish star on, or whatever, and be proud of it, and not have to worry that I'm going to be killed for it, right? And I think back on the years that I took away from myself and the way that I treated myself. I was my worst enemy, you know? All I could think about was, you know, how much heroin and coke I could shoot into my arm. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about my family. I didn't care about my friends. If I was around you, there was something that I was trying to get from you, and that was really it. You know, I stayed to myself. And, you know, I had to come 3,000 miles away to get an entire perspective change on life and what it means to chase something that you're passionate about, to know that you're worth something, right? Because I really didn't believe that. I really thought that I was just the lowest of the low, that I was worthy of nothing, that I just should die in some Dwayne Reed bathroom alone, you know? Like, that's what I thought was gonna happen, and it didn't happen. And this place was, yeah. And, you know, and I was just thinking about, like, next year we were on our way over here, and Rabbi Mart was just out in New York with Iggy and Nicole, and I spoke on a panel in the city for the Tshuva Center, and I was like, well, next year I could celebrate at the Tshuva Center and Bet Tshuva, right? And now I have something to do on Friday nights. Like, I don't, like, now I can go to Queens and hang out with, you know. So, but no, I'm just Harriet, Rabbi, everybody that showed up here, they're like, I walked in this room and it's like, this is my family. Like, I love this place. People keep tabs on me. I have people come visit me. I come, I see them every year. I come out here 2 years in a row. And the first reason I come out here is to show my gratitude for this place. The second reason I come out here is to show anyone that's new here that if I could do this, you definitely can do this. I'm telling you right now.
Preach it, bro.
Preach it. If I could do it, I was a waste of life. And I did it because I shut up, I took suggestions, I listened. I took a minute to realize that I really had no idea how to live sober. And I didn't know how to make the right decisions for myself. And I put people in my life that could guide me, and I still do today. It's been a blink of an eye. 2 years, I'm still a newcomer. It's not like, you know, I'm not better than anybody else. I don't have like all the wisdom in the world. I just happen to have not gotten high for 2 years. And to me, that means a lot. This place is where it started. I'm so grateful for Bet Tshuva. I love you, Chloe, so much. Yeah, Chloe. She's the best. She's the best. You know, you really are. I share in Rabbi's sentiment to Harriet. Like, I don't know where I'd be without you. I don't know how I would live without you. I know you feel the same, so you're welcome as well. Mom, Dad, of course, you know, you knew what was coming from a young age. Jackson, what's up? You're so good-looking guy. You know, I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys, you know, being my biggest cheerleaders and, you know, sticking with me when I was ready to do the right thing. Leaving me alone when I wasn't, and when I was ready to do it, you were there. So, and thank you, everybody that came, too many names, but you know who you are. I love all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it.
And with so much joy. And one of the things about Ben, he brings joy. We have to remember that there are those who are sick. Sick in body, sick in mind, and sick in spirit. So we say Mishaberach. Which one are we singing? Okay. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imatenu Hu Yivarech v'Rapeh HaCholim. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal. Please put out the names. Kadosh Baruch Hu, send him a complete healing, a healing of the body and a healing of the soul. Let it happen right now, and let us say, Amen. Join in the Misha Berach by Craig Talbot.
sheberach Avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, veLeah, hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim. Elna refana la, Elna refana la, Elna refana la, Elna refana la, Misheberach Avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, veLeah, hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim.
When you put together the opioid deaths, the deaths from meth, cocaine, alcohol, these designer drugs, gambling, the suicides, people who are just so despondent, 10% of this, almost 10% of this nation's population die every year from this. You think about that. Ben's alive, thank God. But almost 10% of the American population, 7 or 8% anyway, for sure, die from some addictive disorder. Over 70,000 from opioids. Over 86,000 people die of alcohol-related deaths. Nobody's keeping track of cocaine and all the other ones. They're just written off as heart attacks. We're in a life and death struggle here. And we choose life. That's the beauty. There's a lot of ways to do that with us. One is to be part of our marathon team. You can contact Melanie. One is to join us at the alumni picnic at Veterans Memorial Park from 11 to 4 this Sunday. You can see all the lives you've participated in saving. Another is our holiday boutique, which is happening on November 18th. It's going to be a great experience. And the vendors, amazing vendors, food trucks, gift wrapping, etc. Part of the proceeds will go to support Beit Shuvah. We have our high tea fashion show a week from this Sunday. From 2 to 4, it's sold out. Waiting list. That's crazy. There's Shabbat sponsorship. We want to thank Joyce and Marty and Anonymous. We have 2 sponsors. We need 3 more. And rather than have the usual people, thank you, David, I'd like to see people raise their hands. Be part of it. Be part of saving a life. Put some skin in the game. Thank you, the vendors. And I'm going to do it in honor of my birthday and my getting out of prison. There's all sorts of ways to help us in this fight. Think about this. We have a sliding scale that allows everyone to stay here for as long as they need. And that happens because of your support, your generosity, the amazing job done by our Advancement Development Department led by Janet Rosenblum, our board, and most of all you. We need you. This is not going away. No matter what lies President Trump talks about regarding this disease, it ain't going away. And the money that they're throwing at it is not going to help Beit Shuvah. It's not going to help people who want to have abstinence-based recovery. It's not going to help people who need long-term recovery because they've decided that 6 days of detox is good enough. That's all you need. Another lie. We can make a difference, and we need your help. So thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Please rise on page 61 for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon chinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishis ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki vanu vaharta Vyotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
One other announcement. This Tuesday, we're continuing our adult learning, and it's going to be the Talmud invention, the invention of rabbinical Judaism. It's going to be led by Rabbi Iggy, who is a world-renowned Talmud scholar. So please join us. Now, grab a piece of challah or a piece of somebody who's got a piece of challah, but
watch where you grab that piece. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Good Shabbos, everybody. Thank you. Residents, please set up the room, and guests, would you please go outside so we can flip the room over for dinner time?